Alright, guys. We got ourselves another round of 16 match here for PiGFest 3.0. There's $10,000 on the line. It's a tournament funded by myself, but most importantly by you guys in the community that threw cash in to get us a giant prize pool. Best players in the world playing. We've got Dark in the top right, representing Dragon Kaisi Gaming. Kaisi Gaming and Dragon Phoenix Gaming recently merging. His opponent in the bottom left side. This man is a monster. He is a very, very powerful Terran player. It is, of course, Team Liquid's CLEM.
Are you ready for this baguette?
Are you ready for Taste My Baguette? Wow, CLEM with some fighting words for Dark before the series even really gets underway. Fantastic diction, what can I say? I love it. Hatch Gas Pool is on the way for Dark. Dark, no doubt, would laugh if he could hear that. If we do get to interview Dark at the end, we know Dark is one of the cockiest guys out there, and that's why I love getting a chance to interview him. So if he wins, that would be great. On the other hand, CLEM is basically one of the nicest pro gamers out there. His smack talk, usually, no, he could literally say, like, I'm gonna hunt you down and murder you or something crazy like that. But like the tone of voice and the smile on his face, like you would not be able to take him seriously. He's such a bloody lovely young fellow, and not a mean bone in him. Dark, on the other hand, I feel like a bit of a friendly bully. I love it. I love Dark. He's just fantastic at the game. He's wild. He's adaptable. And historically, he's CLEM's kryptonite, because CLEM is very good when he's attacking, dictating the pace of the game. He's really in his opponent's face. He can just out-multitask them for days. Problem, he doesn't play Widow Mines very much, which means he doesn't get a chance to do that as much as he would if he went back to the Biomine style, where he is far and away better than every other Terran player in the game at just multi-pronging with it. But he very rarely plays it. He likes the safety of the tanks these days. And as a result, his aura of invincibility in this matchup seems to be gone. The big problem that he runs into, no matter what style he plays, is if the opponent backstabs him at the right time, he can fall apart a little bit. He can start to select all army key a little bit too much, clump his units up, and doesn't keep his cool, calm, collected demeanor the way Maru does in those situations. But if he does get to just micro you in a back and forth, like, you know, front-on war, if Dark doesn't sneak those big counterattacks by him, I do think he's the faster player. I do think he can outplay him. Now, Dark is actually sneaking 6 Lings around. Okay, so the plan is, he knows the first 2 Hellions are going to move out. He's going to see them move out with his Overlord, and then he's going to run the Lings in and look to snipe 2 or 3 SCVs, I believe. But actually, wait, is he going to go in even before the Hellions are out? Oh, this is a really cute move. Right as Ling Speed's done, sneaks them by the Reaper, gets in there. Oh, my lord, what a great way to start the series. I told you guys it's all about the backstabs with Dark versus CLEM. This one's way earlier than I thought, but already 3 SCVs, and he can just leave. A brilliant victory, and CLEM already thrown off his game a little bit here. This is massively going to hurt his opening mate. That's a real big slowdown. Does have a 3rd command center up behind it. Lair starts up. Dark's going to Nidus Queenling game 1, guys. So Dark is going to Nidus 8 Queens and Massling into the main base. Very good against Hellion Banshee builds. He'll have an Overseer, so the Banshees can't do anything. This is Dark playing his most abusive Zerg versus Terran match right now, guys. This is Dark playing the most abusive, disgusting match. This is him trying to do the dirty. CLEM should know that he likes to pull these moves, but he's doing a good job of showing Queens at the front, pretending like, oh, I'm playing a normal build. Look at me. 4 more drones are on the way. Technically, it could be a Muta Rush, but I very much doubt it, guys. Not with a lair this quick. It's got to be the Nidus Queenling build. He's got an Overlord hidden on the very bottom of the map as well. CLEM has no idea that this is happening, and he's going 4 gas, which means he's playing mech. CLEM's playing mech in map 1, guys, which is even worse for him. I feel, oh man, because Hellions and Banshees just can't really deal with Queens. The Nidus Worm goes down. Dark loves this build versus Protoss and Terran. He does it so much. He's building a crazy number of drones. 48 drones seems like too many. Seeing the Zerglings move out. CLEM, your Spidey senses should tingle, but he sees a drone popping. He's like, hey, your 3rd base is full of drones, so he's not going to think it's an all-in. He's not going to think this is an all-in because he saw drones popping a fully saturated 3rd, and that's just him being, oh, man. Dark is such a cheeky boy. I don't think CLEM has any idea. He's moving his 3rd out right now. I mean, he's keeping up non-stop Hellion Banshee production. He's building extra factories now. He's trying to get Hyperflight Rotors. The Hellions get a good volley off. CLEM with a nice reaction so far. But that Nidus is popping in the corner of the main base. He had a Marine there. His Marine doesn't see it. He's distracted at the front. His Marine on a patrol path does not quite see it. The Nidus is going to screech. A few Lings do a run by. Dark is everywhere at once, and he is throwing everything. You could see Clem's face. He looks frustrated there. That Nidus worm up front is just to distract his Hellions as well. Trying to build Marauders, safety bunkers, more Hellions, anything he can get out here. I don't know where the Overseer is, probably down in the bottom. Clem has to be patient. He's got to keep the Hellions alive. They can stop the Zerglings from going in, but how does he ever deal with these Queens? Oh, careful, Clem. He's got 3 Banshees right now. He's going to cloak, but the Overseer's there. Those Banshees need to get out of there. They cannot stand and fight with those Banshees unless they're getting mass repaired. The SCV's trying to repair, but it's very hard to get them in the right positions. Trying to get Marauders into the bunker could help. The Lings coming for the surround. The Hellions are defending quite nicely so far. Clem is so far ahead on workers. He can afford to lose a lot of them. He's holding on for now, but man, if he loses the Banshees and the Hellions, it's going to crumble. He's already lost 2 of those Banshees. The bunker is getting repaired. 10 SCVs have fallen. Still up in workers is Clem. He needs a tank. If he can get 1 tank up, then he can siege down the Queens. But look, the Queens are moving in. The creep is inside the base. Oh my god, the creep is inside the main base. Dude, this is ridiculous. And he's just all over him, dude. His SCVs can't mine. This is insane. The creep is all over through his main and his natural.
This creep spread is disgusting.
This creep spread is disgusting, he says. He doesn't sound nearly as angry as I know he is right now. This is a disgusting build to play against. The tank's there. Oh! The SCVs are getting butchered!
Can you please stop attacking my SCVs?
Please stop attacking my SCV, says Clem, but Dark isn't going to listen to that. He's a bully. You shouldn't let him know that it's affecting you, mate. He's just going to keep doing it more and more. You guys know that Dark's a bully. You show him weakness, and you know he's going to keep hitting that spot. 30 plus SCVs have gone down. The third base has lots of SCVs just sitting at it, not mining right now. A relentless assault with Aspire coming in behind it as well. And Dark here with the mass transfused Queen Zergling even does a contaminate to poo on that factory. And this tank, I mean, he's got to move that tank forward to defend his production. That's going to be very crucial. Third base, he hides the SCVs. If he kept another 20, 30 SCVs alive, I'd be like, maybe. But in this case, with the Muta follow-up, there's just no way he gets up anti-air in time, let alone getting... How many queens is that? 14 queens inside his base? Oh, this is such a dirty way to start the series. Dark with the 6 Ling run by, just to set up for this. I feel like he is just the master of the dark arts. Forget Severus Snape. We've got Dark himself right now, and he shows you some of those dirty builds. Gets himself an easy map 1 victory. All right, guys, it's the master of the dark arts himself. He shows us how to get a very easy victory in game 1. Isn't that just the way? Immediately puts his opponent on notice and says, I'm not going to let you do your thing, mate. Dark in the bottom right side, representing Dragon Kaiser Gaming. His opponent in the top left, going to be going for a 2-Rax Reaper opening, I think. It's a low ground wall off for Clem. Yeah, okay. I think this is a good idea. I really feel like when you're playing Dark, anything you can do to be putting the pressure on him constantly so he doesn't get to pull any of these sneaky tricks on you is going to be fantastic. Dark just playing a solid macro opening this time around. Now, on Babylon, it's a smaller rush distance map. This is, of course, going to be the Terran map pick. We're also going over to Central US, so it's a little bit better for Clem this time around. Previous one was Dark Service, since he won the coin toss, and he was higher seed, so he also picked to veto first, so he could get the momentum on that first map. And you might be like, well, why would you use a silly all-in on the map that you really like? And it's like, hey, surprise over efficiency is so big in these top tier tournaments. It's not just about basically doing the best possible strategy. It's about catching your opponent off guard and surprising them. And I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. By the way, we do have a live Twitch chat here. I saw a lot of people saying, Queens, wow, Queens are such a dumb unit. They're such a fair unit. They're stupid. Remember, you guys aren't pro gamers. You don't get to have opinions. Clem does, though. He's playing in the tournament. Clem, what do you think about Queens after that last game?
That's a fair unit.
Okay, yep. That's literally exactly... Okay, you guys were right. You were basically reading his mind. He has the exact same opinion as Twitch chat, apparently. He's like, whoa, that's a fair unit. Oh, put 14 queens in my main base and spread creep in there. Seems like a good thing to do. The Reaper is going to be going in and out. Doesn't get any kills. Guys, there's a Roach Horn in the second gas. This is a crazy big 2-base Ravager push that is going to be coming out here of Dark. He's basically saying, oh, you went 2x Reaper? You know what's really hard to stop on this small map? When I surprise you with 6 Ravagers, run across, kill both of your add-ons that are exposed on the outside of your wall before Stim finishes, and win the game. Because even if he doesn't get the kill, if he can just pick off the add-ons and depots, even if bunkers hold him off, Clem's going to have to lift his barracks, pull them back. He's going to take so much damage. If he can get in the main and scout this, what can he do? Maybe build a bunker out here and repair it to protect the add-ons? But Dark is so quick to... He's got such advanced pattern recognition. He's so quick to recognize these, what he sees as glaring weaknesses to certain styles. There is a 4-Rax follow-up, though, for Clem, which does put him in better stead. Stim has started, but Roaches get spotted coming out. Bunker, bunker, bunker needs to go down right now. There is an Overlord at the front. That's going to allow him to spot the high ground. Bunker goes down. Clem building Marines and Marauders. I don't think Clem dies here. And you know what? It's only 21 workers. If he survives, he should be good. 3 Reapers and 5 Marines on the map. There's going to be a Marauder and a lot more Marines joining in the near future. He should probably cancel Stim and start it in the main. Clem not doing that yet, I think is a little bit of a mistake, but we'll see how it goes. Roaches are morphing into Ravagers. 4 of them. Dark goes into drones behind this. So it's 4 Roaches, 4 Ravagers. And he's not going for the win. He's going for the Stim. Accidental rhymes basically make sense here when you think about what Dark's whole plan is. Just give it up, Clem. Give it up. Do not try and defend that. You're going to have to give this position up, my friend. Attacking into a choke point, not going to work out. He does start Stim in the back of his base now. The reactor goes down as well. Clem's ahead on workers, so I don't know if this really gives Dark a lead unless he gets more damage. He's going to get the depot as well. Oh, you see, that's where he can get the damage. If he starts picking off units, Clem should just give up the position. He doesn't want to let him in the side, but if he comes in, you can trap him. The advantage right now is the mobility. Look at the units lost tab though, guys. 3 Marines, 2 Reapers, already a Reactor, a Tech Lab, 2 Depots going down. Hasn't lost a unit other than those early Zergling and Drone he lost to the Reapers. These barracks need to just lift and pull back. There's no reason to hang this far out as Clem. With no Stim, it's very hard to chase him down, but that might be the play. I love the way Dark has 2 Overlords as well, spotting the high ground. Fantastic play by him. So you can't really push back his high ground vision. And these bunkers are up, but my god, he can one-shot a bunker! Oh god! Oh man! Dark's Ravager micro is so smooth. Clem is looking frustrated, dude. You take Stim away from this style and it feels rather impotent. The Ravagers picking off another 2 Marines. They're going to one-shot a bunker. The Marauders get Biles on the face. He needs to just retake the high ground, but with the Overlords there, does the high ground really even mean anything? I don't know. It feels like Clem is in such a bad spot right now. Now down 10 SCVs. These Ravagers are doing so much. Oh my lord. These Ravagers, finally, 2 Ravagers go down, but at what cost? There's so little Marine Marauder left. No combat shields, remember. Does get 1 more Ravager, but so many SCVs have fallen, and Clem's still using SCVs as fighting units in this situation. Does pull back from those corrosive vials. 4 Ravagers dancing back and forwards. Dark in his element. Man, an absolute mechanical god. You might say, Pig, I thought you said Clem was a micro beast. He is, guys, but he just doesn't have units that are very microable. Non-stim bio is not it. He does accidentally eat a bile on that Marauder. Finally, Stim is done. He chases down these Ravagers. Oh, man. That was such a stressful early game for Clem. And he finds himself now in a very hard position. And, oh, it feels like trying to do the 2-Rex Reaper. I mean, I explained, oh, it's good, you know, get pressure on him so he can't surprise you with anything. He still ends up doing something that just completely catches Clem off guard. And that's a disaster, dude. Yeah, look at the units lost tab. He lost a lot more resources, but more importantly, Clem was massively delayed during all that. No 3rd command center. The 3rd hatchery, on the other hand, getting filled with workers. Dark is making 1-1 and roach speed. And this is the sort of game where you just don't get to secure a 3rd base as Terran. You're on 4 barracks, double engineering bay on 2 base. He's still building workers, but without a 3rd command center. Clem's build has no sharp edges. There's nothing pointy about this. There's nothing for the Zerg to fear. And that is always scary, because when the Zerg can just basically say, lol, make 3 bases filled with drones, 6 gases, mass roaches, kill you with 1-1. I don't even know if you can defend your natural expansion, let alone a 3rd base. Overseer Scout's going to come in as well. I always say that Dark beats Clem on the strategy front, not the mechanical front. And I think this series so far is another example of it. Dark has his number. He's so good at getting inside Clem's head. And I've always said that Clem is a little bit predictable as a player. And usually, you know, it's funny because, like, they always say, Lambo, Rainer, Cyril, like, you can't really kill him with any surprise moves. It just doesn't work. But Dark is so good at beating Clem with big backstab maneuvers in the macro game that Clem tries to get more aggressive versus him sometimes, right? Or tries different things like a greedy mech build. And then Dark's just like, oh no, I'll just, you know, Nidus Queenling all in. Haha, got you. Okay, bam. Oh, 8 Roach counterattack is perfect against this build. He's like, you know, I played against Beyond doing this 50 times, right? I've played against Beyond and Maru do that 2x Reaper so many times. And what you're missing, practicing in your region in Europe with Hero, you know, Cyril and Rainer is they don't know about this 8 Roach counterattack. Hides it really well. And now look at this, Roach Ravager coming in. He's going to try and defend with 1 tank, 10 Marines, and no wall off in the main or the natural. He's got to pull back up that ramp, put that tank really far back. He's going to siege it there. It's going to get instantly biled. Oh, siege tank goes down. Another one comes down. He's going to try to lift it to the high ground. There's an overseer there. He's going to siege that. Watch the Ravagers move to that right side and instantly gets the triple bile. Siege tank goes down. 30 SCVs have fallen. Marines in the middle of the map getting overwhelmed. This is the frustration of playing against Dark. It is absolutely insane, guys. Clem looks unstoppable when he's playing Cyril and Rainer. And whenever he plays Dark, Dark brings out such dirty, tricky builds. And Clem so rarely sees them coming. Dark is on fire today. All of the pressure is on his shoulders now. The young Baguette Lord himself, the young Frenchman, he is, of course, having to win 3 games in a row. An almost impossible feat. But is it really? His opponent is known for being sloppy. I feel like Team Liquid's Clem, if he can get confident, he can absolutely do it. But the real test is playing your A game when you're down 0-2 and Dark has not let you get in your rhythm at all. Can you actually just get in there psychologically and actually bring out your A game? Because Dragon Kaisi Gaming, sorry, not Kaisi Dragon Gaming's Dark is he's gonna play cool, calm, and collected. His play will not be perfect, but it's always gonna be intelligent. It's always gonna be focused. There might be some weird decisions he makes and that sort of stuff, and it's never really gonna be crisp. The big problem I have with Dark's style in the last 6 months is that it's probably the sloppiest I've seen Dark's basics in terms of build order refinement that it's been in the last 2 years. I don't know if it's because he's going to the military soon, but he makes a lot of just weird mistakes with like droning and stacking workers, and his build order timings are odd. But he's so good at hiding what he's doing. It feels like Dark's killer instinct is like the sharpest it's ever been. His ability to just hide a weird move and then surprise his opponent, just kill them, insane. His micro, insane. His multitasking, absolutely insane. Dark has a 66.67% win rate versus Clem in series, which is absolutely dominating. 2-1 historical, and this series is, of course, already looking very, very good. Nice creep tumor placement. Clem gets a Zergling. Nice micro by him, and of course the triangle third for Dark being taken. Keep in mind there's a rich gas here. Now, something Clem did last time he played on this map is he took this 4th, and he never took these down. For those who don't know, these are little 400 hit point rocks. You can clear those out. And if you do that as the Terran, you put siege tanks here and they defend this base so well. And it's almost impossible for your opponent to kill them with Ling Bane based armies. So that's something I really want to see, that hopefully Clem studied the maps. He's paid attention to it and has learnt that. He's playing 3rd command center again into 2nd gas and starport. I wouldn't mind seeing a 2-1-1 off of the 3cc. I think maybe Clem feels like Dark is unpredictable and he plays roach attacks a lot, so I need to play safe roaches every game. But I think Clem might be missing a little bit of statistical analysis. So there's the poker element of StarCraft, which some players are excellent at. Dark is one of those players. I feel like maybe Clem is missing his understanding of how to play the odds. Because I really think Banshee can be nice to keep you safe against roach bushes, against Ragnarok, but against Dark, it's a big investment in something, and I feel this game, Dark's going to go double Evo Chamber before Lair, and go really quick upgrades, and just play a really big, greedy Ling Bane game. Oh, look at that. Traps the Reaper. Nice moves there. No escape. The Lings completely blocked the Scout. 4 Overlords building. So this is the famous Dark 58 supply block into finally remember to start Ling speed, which he forgot to do up till now. Into start a 2nd gas. Clem's gonna try and drive in. There's no Ling speed. The drones tried to block the ramp, but he doesn't get them up in time. There's only 1 queen up here. Oh, but he's got just enough to one-shot drones. Oh my god, Clem's getting some damage. He needs a little bit more though, but he's trapped. The spawning pool placement is good. 7 drones for 4 Hellions. It seems okay until you realize that Dark had no Ling speed, and now he's got complete map control for a while. There is more Hellion Banshee coming out with Cloak, but this all delays the next step. He's up to 4 gases. Wait. Clem's playing mech again? Clem is playing mech again? This is his overall solid macro plan. It wasn't just a flash in the pan in game 1. He wants to keep on playing macro battle mech. Wow. I was not expecting this from Clem. That's very cool to see. Dark is very good at catching it with Infesta Fungal, though. You got to watch out. A lot of players in Europe, they all rush Vipers. Ragnarok rushes Vipers to counter Battle Mech. Dark doesn't. Dark goes Infesta Roach Ravager, and he just tries to catch you with Fungal. If he does, he'll just basically kill your Cyclones. The Queens will, if they Fungal the Banshees, they'll jump underneath. The Queens will kill him. He's happy to just stay on Roach Ravager, Queen Infesta a lot longer than most Zergs are. Second and third factory is on the way right now. Wouldn't be surprised to see the double armory go down momentarily in that main base. And you know what? Roach Horn does drop, so Dark seems to realize what's happening because he's like, hey, I already killed 4 Hellions. There's 7 more. There's no way a bio player has left their factory on the reactor that long. So he's immediately made the read. This is going to be a mech game. So Clem maybe giving it away just by showing those Hellions to his opponent. Ooh. Oh, he's going to catch the drone going to the 4th base, but Dark pulls it back. Dark saw them coming, sends the drone back to the base. Hellions poke in from the left side, get a few more drones. This is great micro by Clem. Clem's in his element. Guys, we're starting to see Clem roll. He's starting to get fluid out there, moving in, moving out, getting damage done. Carapace is on the way for Dark, but Dark needs that infestation pit, that 4th base up ASAP. His 4th is so delayed right now. Units lost tab, looking pretty good as well. 2-1, 15 drones in total going down. Clem is up in overall supply. Now, obviously that's because the Roaches haven't started producing, but that's very good for a Terran playing mech. 4th command center starts at 6:30. The confident greed. Guys, when you keep losing a Ling Queen and dumb Ravager pushes and stuff, how the hell are you this confident? I don't even know. By the way, there's a box with a snake in it there. That's right, guys. That is a reptile crate. It's just one of the silliest critters they've ever put on a map. I forget who made this map, but you are an absolute legend for this. It literally just looks like a bloody cardboard box that's just moving around and has a picture of a snake, and it's called a reptile crate. It's so random. 4th command center going out on the left side of the map. We've got Overlord speed. So 4th and 5th base coming down same time. There's an infestation pit up, but no hive. Wait. Dark's not going to lift his queens across the map, is he? Wait. Is Dark going to just max on Roaches and do a 1-1 Roach Ravager Queen all in? I don't think that's going to work. There's too many Banshees. The Banshees are literally fighting the Queens and winning. Oh, man. Clem looking tight in this game. Playing a nice, smooth game. He's not going to go down easy. Ling run by comes in, and the Cyclone Hellion in the wall stops it. He stuffs the run by, doesn't let him get on top. The Hellion Cyclone on this side is like, we outnumber you. Normally, you've got to run away from Roaches because they outnumber that more expensive Hellion Cyclone, and you want to kite them. But in this case, Dark just does not have the numbers. Banshees do get out on the left side. I don't think he's lost any Banshees. Only 1 Banshee has died this whole game. He goes back in. Oh, 1 Banshee does go down. So 2 Banshees have fallen this game, but no drones on any 4th bases. It's just mass 1-1 Roach. Got to be careful to not get these units surrounded. Look at that. Dark's trying to flank it, and Clem realizes that is a very real threat. Yeah, you got to be real careful out here. But look how much more Hellion Cyclone Banshees coming forwards. Pathogen Glands is on the way. Dark is in desperation mode. We've talked a lot in the last few years about when Dark's behind, he always makes Infestors, Ravagers, tries to come back with Fungal Bile. It's a bit of a Hail Mary, though. Roach flank tries to come in. Oh, he gets a Cyclone. He gets 1. He gets 2. 3 Cyclones focused down. A lot of Roaches fall for it, though. Units lost tab is looking pretty close, though. Closer than it probably should be. Dark fighting pretty well with these Roaches. Gets a few more of these Hellions. The Banshee's going to stop him from chasing. I think you want to try and keep things mobile if you can as Clem. Dude, the Queens keep dying. Another Queen dies. Another Queen dies. Yeah, he'll get a Banshee, but if you keep trading 2 Queens for every Banshee and you're on less workers than the Terran, that's not going to go good in the long run. Clem's getting a pretty good... I like that scan. Very good scan. Maintaining his lock-ons. Good micro by Clem. The in and out is fantastic. This young man, I'm telling you, he is fantastic on the control and doing really good with those Cyclones on the top. While these Hellion Cyclones, Banshees clean up these Roaches, the units lost tab going in favor of Clem quite hard now. And remember, he's up 8 workers. He has a 4th base. These 4th bases are barren right now. And I'm telling you, Clem, he's looking like the fertile one in this series, in this game. after a very rough start. It felt like Dark basically just kind of kicked him right in the balls to start the series. To give you a very inelegant analogy, feels like he didn't really, you know, threw the dirt in his eyes game 1, kicked him in the balls game 2. Finally, Clem lands a punch here in game number 3, but he's still got to finish it off. Can't get cocky. One big fungal can change everything. The infestors have just popped out. The first fungal lands. One Banshee falls as well as 2 Cyclones. Another Banshee gets shot down. Another Cyclone rallies in. That's what I'm talking about. You have to watch out for the fungals. Dark's so good with those. And I think at this point, you want a multi-prong. Oh, he dives. He gets an infestor. He gets an infestor. Can he get 2? Oh, he trades another couple Banshees, guys. That's a total of 6 Banshees that have died this game. And there's another fungal available. Clem. Oh my god, he's so risky. He's so risky with this move. But he gets another infestor. Oh, this was too deep, though. Clem went too deep. That was a big mess up. Yes, he kills some infestors. He's still trading, which you could argue is good. But his Cyclone count's been diminished. Oh, the random siege tank arrives, though. Getting a few siege tanks mixed in with the army is going to really complicate things for Dark, because he's already struggling on the numbers. The Queens transfusing are buying a lot of time, trying to just stay on the edge of range. Watch out for the fungal, though. It's going to clip a few of the units. The tank comes forward. It's very exposed. This is a great break by Dark. Dark's going to break out of this position and regain control of his watchtower. Oh, my lord. I don't know who was lagging then, guys. Was that me? Here we go, guys. Straight back into the action. Cyclones, Hellions, fighting. A bunch of Queens did just fall. Dark is still up against the wall, but he's got a Hive on the way. I don't know what it's for, other than Vipers maybe, because he doesn't have a Hydrodon, so he can't make a Lurkadon. Banshees come in the left side. I was talking about how Clem needs to start multi-pronging, and look at what he gets. 12, 13 workers. That's massive. He's got to keep doing that. Oh! He catches 2 infestors rallying through the middle. There's only 2 remaining. That's huge. That is massive. He's also got +2 vehicle plating coming in. That's massive. A very important upgrade in this scenario. The infestors are looking for the catch. But, oh, dude. Oh, watch out for the fungal. Fungal might come in, but I don't know if there's enough units to capitalize on it. Cyclone Alien coming in from both sides. Dark's front line is crumbling, guys. There is just too much Cyclone Alien here. The Banshees on the left side do get pushed back by the Queens, but Clem microing that as well. Clem showing that Battle Mech is very powerful here. Ooh, and Clem does manage to clinch game 3. We're going to see at least a game 4. Very, very nice play here by Clem. But will he be able to keep on pulling that build out? I don't know, mate. I don't know. That was really well played, though. Well done, Clem. What do you have to say about that game?
Get wrecked, nerd.
Ooh, let's see if he can back that up in game 4. Alright, he still only needs 1 win to finish it off. In the top left, we've got Dark representing Dragon Kaiser Gaming. Clem in the bottom right side of the map, of course, representing Team Liquid. I mean, he looked great with that Battle Mech style. And I know Clem likes to just do the one thing that he's really good at over and over again, but I don't think he can actually do that. I think he's got to be careful. I think he's got to really be very careful about being too predictable. If he does do Battle Mech again, same style, same sort of build, does Dark just Knight his Queen Ling again? I don't think he'd do that twice in one series. That would be crazy. It would be a very sad way for Clem to lose. I think if Clem plays again, he's going to be on high alert for that. I think it would just be Dark getting Roaches out earlier, essentially, defending the Banshee nicely with Queens and Overseers, and just kind of getting control of a 4th base, teching either to Infestors or Vipers earlier in the game, so that he's not, you know, taking such a beating by the Cyclones before he finally gets the fungal out. Gressvin got picked here. Royal Blood will be the decider if we go to game 5. So I think some pretty balanced maps here to finish off the series. I do like that as the series goes on, we do get to see those. We got to see Neo-Humanity at the end of a PvP yesterday, game 7, which was kind of cool. It's right when you get to the very end of a best of 7, you see the map that you never see in a certain matchup, because normally it gets vetoed every single time. Command Center goes down, no scout. Clem's playing Brave, and he's getting away with it. That's a hatch first, so no early Zerglings coming across the map to delay his Command Center. Overlord's moving forward there. Just one Overlord moving across the map here for Dark. Probably going to take up residence. This map does have one of the best pillars over the natural. Sees pretty much the entire exit to the base. Reaper's going to come out for Clem. Question, as Clem starts this factory, is does he start a second gas? Because if he does, that means he's not playing 3 command center. You can see he's floating 150 minerals, no second gas. That means he's going 3 command centers. He's saving up already for it. Dark kind of baits him just to move to the north for a moment. There's Fallings out, 2 more on the way. That Reaper looking for the Zergling snipe. Gets it. Perfect focus fire by Clem. Clem is so crisp with that micro. Look at that. He wants to wants another one. But the 2 fresh Zerglings rotate in. The Queen's finally out and she says, leave my babies alone. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Good safe creep tumor. Clem not overextending. He's going for the 3rd command center behind it. Dark kind of looking for a free kill on the Reaper. Doesn't get it though. And the Lings have rotated into the main to try and stop the Reaper from jumping up there. Behind it, the Overlord is just sitting outside the base. Could use that for a sacrifice in a little bit. And looking like he might think about jumping in there, but the Queen does push him back. Very clean play. 2nd gas is on the natural. And oh my, guys, that's the 2nd factory. We're seeing 2 factory. For those who weren't watching yesterday, we saw 2 factory Hellion drop into Mass Widow Mine drop yesterday. So this could be Blue Flame, 2 factory Blue Flame, or it could be just a bunch of Hellions, maybe Hellbats into Mass Widow Mine drops. Both are viable styles. Really tricky to play against either of them. Dark looks like he's just playing defensive for now. I don't see any signs of aggression for him. Just 1 worker on gas. Reaper Hellion is there. The 1 worker on gas does make it easier to start a quick lair if he chooses to go for that. But for now, the Hellion Reaper is poking around. We've got a tech lab going up there and a 3rd factory as well. Wait. Is he going straight Hellion Cyclone? Surely not. 3rd factory straight away? I think we might see like a mass Hellion timing. Magfield's already starting. Yeah. Oh my god. So he's literally going Banshee-less Battle Mag. Oh man, I don't know if that works. The Reaper goes down. There is a very quick lair on the way, which makes it look like Dark wants to do the Nidus build again. But the Nidus build will not work versus 3 factory. I think in a standard game, you really need the Banshees covering the Hellion Cyclone, or you can get overwhelmed. And I think early Roach speed shuts this down pretty hard. But this is going to give so many units, so much Cyclone Hellion, and we saw how it went last game. Zerglings come in. He doesn't see too much. He knows the factory is still on the reactor, though, and that in of itself is a tell. Where's the Roach Warren, Dark? Come on, you got to go Roach Warren here. You're not going to play Mutiling versus Battlemech, guys, we're going to see Mutiling versus Battlemech. Oh my god. Oh my god. I knew. Okay, okay. Magfield auto locks on. Cyclones auto lock onto Mutalisks over Zerglings now. They target air units that can attack ground over Zerglings and Banelings and things on the ground. So they also do more damage to Mutas. They kill them faster. If you want to play Mutas, you need to swarm over the top. Lings coming in. They scout what's up. They're going to get 1 relatively fresh mule and SCV on the 3rd, but the Ling run by does get defended, but they know that it's Cyclone Hellion now. The Spire is going down. Dark was trying to go into very greedy Mutas off a single Evo chamber. No Roach Warren at all. He's trying to just play Lings and Mutas. I don't know if he gets to Mutas in time, though. Ling run by is still available on the top side of the map, but with 3 factories up, a 4th and a 5th factory now finishing, Clem is going to have so much Cyclone Hellion. It's going to be interesting to see if the Mutas can overwhelm that. Can the Zerglings get a big surround? Can the Mutas get on top of the Cyclones and overwhelm them? This is a dicey strategy for Dark. Like, this is... I think there's a lot of players out there, if they know mech's coming, they feel really confident versus it. Dark is going for the gamble of all gambles. Clem does not know what's happening just yet, but the longer he goes without seeing roaches, the more sure he's going to be that this is the case. Does get a drone there. Ling's coming in. Good quick pull on the SCVs, though. Gets 1 SCV, does Dark. I love that Dark is so quick to turn around. A lot of people throw away their run by Zerglings, not Dark. He's very careful to preserve those, keep them alive. More units joining on the front. Gonna rotate up here and look for that 4th base, potentially. Big wall of queens there. 8 queens up front. He's building 2 more, saving every single bit of gas for mass mutas. Not even a Baneling Nest or a Roach Warren, guys. Dark is going mass queen, Zergling, pure mineral army, trying to just hang on and survive. And then he's going to go mass muta with every bit of gas he's got. I don't know if this is going to work, though, because Clem's already on 60 workers, and look at these Cyclone lock-ons. The Queens are desperately trying to buy time, but they're starting to fall. Magfield gives bonus damage to Queens, remember. Something a lot of people forgot about this patch. Hellion Cyclone is out there. They've got Blue Flame. I don't think this run-by works here for Dark. His Lings on the front are kind of chasing that army. They're going to get roasted. They're going to get roasted, and the units lost tab looking terrible. As I said, Dark is going for the gamble of all gambles. He's clearly not confident against Battlemech. I think I see why Clem's picking this strategy now, and I can't believe it. I feel like this just gets swarmed by a Roach Zergling Baneling style. Yeah, Dark tries a crazy Muta build, and look at the Cyclones kiting backwards already. 2 Mutas have fallen for only 1 Cyclone, and he's going to try and overwhelm, but you need overwhelming numbers. Mutas only works versus Mutas if you have a big surprising wave, and he's even rallying Widow Mines into the front. My God, Clem fighting back.
How does that baguette taste?
Oh, fighting words! Clem bringing out the battle mech baguette. The baguette mech. GG, well played. All right. Well, it looks like battle mech is his flavor of choice to bring himself back in this series. In the bottom left side, it's Team Liquid's Clem. That was a very clever build in the last game. I wonder if Clem just does the same thing again, feeling that that's a safe way of getting into battle mech. Dark in the top right. I would expect to go straight into Roaches. He looks kind of calm and focused, does Dark, trying to solve the problem that's in front of him. Clem, on the other hand, you can see still kind of just trying to shake off the wobblies from earlier in this series, trying to be focused on getting his strategy going just right. We had some fighting words at the end of that last game, but let's be real, guys. Dark's strategy was insane. That was a crazy strategy. This is the sort of thing a madman tries to pull off. Didn't seem to realize just how hard that Mass Factory would be hitting. If it was a Banshee build, I think that would have worked. I think if it was Hellion Banshee, he could have got away with it. Surprised with the Mutas. But the Hellion Cyclone was just in his face so early with Blue Flame and Magfield. Very good way to play it. Clem's going to SCV scout. Game 5. Not going to take a risk here. He's like, no, I did it last game. I don't want to tempt fate, mate. Going to send that SCV out across this map. And of course, Dark just going Hatch Gas Pool as well. Sent one Overlord to the left to look for a proxy barracks, but it's kind of half-hearted. Clem almost never proxy barracks. When I talk about his predictability, that's one of the main things, is that he doesn't like to proxy barracks, but I can understand why when you're playing cross-server, you're like, oh man, do I really want to get in a Marine versus Drone micro war? Playing cross-server. Maybe on Europe, he might mix it in occasionally. But even then, it's pretty rare for Clem. He likes his 3 command center builds. They are his bread and butter. Factory goes down. Keep an eye out for that second gas, guys. Second gas not going down. Looks like a 3 command center yet again. It's Clem 95% of the time in this matchup. Does open up that way. Here we go. Coming in with this Reaper on Royal Blood. 6 Zerglings being built once again. Exceptionally safe play by Dark. Just going to try and keep those Lings alive. Man, I think Clem's going to have nightmares about that 6 Ling run by in game 1. That was such a good start for Dark. I wonder if he could have defended it if he didn't lose those 3 SCVs to the run by. Could he have defended the Knight is Queen Ling? I don't know. Third command center is on the way. Second gas usually builds with this guy on the natural expand. Ooh. Okay, Starport goes down. Reaper is fighting the Queen on the front. Dark's getting his creep spread out there. Reaper... Oh, look at that. That is the most conservative creep tumor spread I've ever seen. But when you've got Clem in front of you, one of the most annoying Reaper micros in the game, best to be conservative and not throw that creep tumor away. You can see he's looking for it, and Dark's just taking no chances. Now, Dark has not started Ling speed. He's going to play straight Roach, I believe. He did still end up going for delayed Ling speed earlier in the series, but this to me looks like Dark's going Cave Bob. So I think he's going to go straight Roach. Yeah, Roach Horn goes down. It's a pretty late Roach Horn, guys. If there's a 4 Hellion dive, it could do big damage. Remember, Clem found some decent damage on Neo-Humanity with that Hellion dive. He could do it again. Banshee's on the way behind this for Clem. He's back to Banshees. Which is probably a good thing against this Roach opener. They can do a really good, like, 6 or 8 Roach pressure. If you don't have a Banshee, it's very annoying to face. Third command center's up. He actually went for the second gas inside the main this time around, did Clem. And as that Roach Warren is finishing, is there extra Overlords building? There is, but not a crazy amount. I think he'll just build probably 5 or 6 Roaches for defense. Maybe posture across the map, but I don't actually think Dark's going to commit all the way across the map. I think he just uses them to push back the Hellions, essentially. Seeing the Roach Warren and no Ling speed, Clem knows what he's up against. The Hellions do dive! Oh, the Roaches aren't out yet. He could have actually gone a little bit deeper there. He's going to get 3, 4. Can he get 5? No, just 4 drones. Not very effective. The Queen's pulling in there, and the Hellions not able to line it up. Spore Crawlers are on the way, but not in the third base just yet. Banshee's already coming forwards, hoping to catch these Roaches, I believe. But it doesn't have Cloak ready for quite some time. Extra factories are on the way. Third Command Center is floating down. One of the big scary things, guys, when Solar knows he's playing mech, you know what he does? He makes Overlord speed, he drops Queens, and he just shoves with Roach Ravager. And he wins every single game versus Battle Mech. Gumio had his mech build ruined when he was trying that versus Solar. If Solar figures out you're going mech, he does that. It's a killer move. I don't know if Dark really has that in his arsenal. If he's never practiced it, he might not be confident pulling it out. But with this opening, I mean, it's kind of perfect to do that. So keep your eyes on the production tab. If we see Overlord speed, that could be good. Right now, he's building 6 Overlords at once. Dark, where are your gases, mate? Dark's macro is a little sloppy this game, guys. Hellions going to try to dive yet again. Oh, this is not going to pay off Clem. Oh, I don't think this pays off, guys. These Hellions, maybe they make it worthwhile. Dark's going to try and surround here with the drones. Oh, okay, okay. All right, starting to finally get some damage. Finally getting some damage here. The Roaches, where the heck are they? They're hiding on the left and right of the map for run-bys. Oh, Dark, getting a little bit fancy. And he still doesn't go in with the backstab, guys. The Banshees are on the right. The Roaches are just waiting. He's waiting for the Banshees to move out. And when they do, if Dark sees those Banshees on his side of the map, the Roaches are going to go in, and he's going to focus down a bunch of SCVs. Problem, Cyclones are already here. Dark may have waited a little bit too long to pull this move, and Dark is down on workers again. Roaches get spotted on the left side of the map. Clem does not notice it. Clem did not catch that, guys. He's going to come in with Banshees here. Picks off a single drone. Queen does push him back. Roach is going to run on in. They don't have Roach speed. This is a slow Roach to Roach run by, guys. But any disruption could be effective. Hellions grab a drone. Evo Chamber does not get down in time. Is he responding at home, though? He's going to get a bunch of workers. 7, 8 do go down. Back at home, though, these Roaches completely unanswered. The Roaches in the natural are getting cleaned up. Clem needs to stay calm here. You can see him kind of lean forward. Oh, he does go for a cute mass repair maneuver, but he's still losing a lot of SCVs. Normally, that's going to favor the Zerg, trading equal worker counts. But Dark's economy was so bad going into this, I'm not sure if it does. The production tab actually looks a lot healthier for the Terran, who's on 5 factories. He doesn't have an armory just yet, but he's got 4-speed Banshees with Cloak moving down that left side. They're going to catch some Roaches out in the open. Oh, great move here, and still no 4th base on the way. I feel like Dark just always struggles to get a 4th base up versus mech. It seems to be a big weakness of his game. Clem getting a deny on that. The Queens are distracted. The Hellion Cyclone on that right side going to pick off 2 of these Roaches. That creep tumor surviving, though. Clem letting that tumor survive kind of sucks. He does not want to let that creep be so far out. Now with Roach speed finish, he's got to be very careful. It's pure Roaches, and oh my god, there's a lot of them. Oh, Clem, get out of there! Clem loses a Cyclone. He's got to be really cautious. Banshees get pushed back by Queens on the left, but it looks like they sniped the drone again. They sniped the drone again, maybe even forcing a cancel on the hatchery. Dark needs that 4th base. Oh god, he runs into the grass again. Roach ambush, very nice for Dark. He's doing good tricky maneuvers, but he's doing it from a bad economic position. And now the Banshees are going to punish that. This is why you need Banshees with Battle Mech to shut down those Roaches and Lings when they move off creep, when they move out there. The Hellion Cyclone's still dancing around. That creep tumor is still very far out, though. Definitely a big cause for concern. Another Cyclone goes down. Dark's so good at hunting down the Cyclones and focus firing them. Where's that scan? There it is. A couple of Roaches will fall here. A lot of them wounded, but not quite dead just yet. Nice focus fire for Clem, starting to hunt them down. Where's Clem's 4th base, guys? I gotta ask that question. Where is Clem's 4th base? He's got an armory coming up. He's got 3 command centers. He's microing on the front. Microing and microing out. There it is. Okay, it did finish building. It's floating out to that right side now. The 4th is so late for Dark that that's totally fine. You can have it very late. Looks like a Spore Crawler got cancelled, is now rebuilding. Hellion Cyclone on that left side, clearing up a bit of creep, but a big Roach run by. Dark is so good at backstabbing. We always talk about him backstabbing, but this time it's not a backstab, it's a reach around, guys. He is going to reach around, and he's going to try and tug this army off. That army is going to escape to the left, though. He sees it coming. Clem gets out of there. Great escape for Clem. The Banshee's going in the right side, getting a few drones as well, but he's still got to be careful. The Roaches are still trying to get it. Clem, he's got to move up the ramp to the left. Oh, he's going to lose a lot of these units. A lot of the Alien Cyclone gets caught. The Banshee's on the right side rotate in. They've killed 7 drones. They're going to pick off a Gas Geyser as well. Spore Crawler does take out one of these Banshees. Note, Clem's micro is fantastic, and he pulls on out in time. Pathogen Glands is on the way. Dark is only on 57 drones, though. It does feel like Clem is kind of running circles around him at this point. Those Banshees pulling back for now. Dark is just so low on economy. Clem's 4th base starting to mine. He's going up to 7 factories as well. He's got to be careful with the factory placement. He doesn't wall himself in. I like that that barracks is moving. He's leaving himself a nice avenue for his troops to move about. Pathogen Glands is not here. Infestors are not here. Dark does not seem to have an answer to Battle Mech. Even though he knew it was coming and he went straight Roach this game, which should be good, he suffered a bit too much damage without the Lings to help cover him. And you can see in the units lost tab in that top left side, even though that looks like it's actually in his favor, and it is, it's off of the back of him having less workers all game. Doesn't matter how good your backstabs are, how good your fights are, if you're behind on economy all game long with no creep, with no control, that's where things get nasty. Check it out, guys. Repair crew. Clem does it. Oh, he gets ambushed on the front, though. Loses another couple Cyclones. We've seen 13 Cyclones die this game. That is not a number you want to have lost by just 10 minutes into the game. Despite that, Clem's macro is good. He's got a new command center going down for the 5th base. He doesn't have any armor upgrades, though. His armory's been completely inactive. Right now, he's just trade. First Fungal hits only 4 Hellions and a Cyclone. Another Fungal goes down just for a single Cyclone kill. Not the most effective. Those Widow Mines also punishing the Roaches for chasing a little bit. Magfield is, of course, finished here. A lot of Roaches going down. Another whiffed Fungal hitting only a single Hellion. Dark has got to be careful on that. Banshees fighting Queens on the left side. That is a very risky battle. 4 Queens have gone down for 3 Banshees in this game. And Clem still denying a 5th base, but the 4th base is finally up and mining. Roaches, Infestors, Queens. That's what it's all about. Oh, no! Infestors in the open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clem dives on the Infestors. And even though some Fungals land for the revenge, oh, he loses a lot of Banshees towards the tail end of it. But the Widow Mines punish the Roaches for chasing. This is absolutely deadly play by Clem. And it feels like he's just a tsunami of Terran mech units running forwards. He says, screw the men with guns. Let's put our guys in vehicles. Let's protect them. Another Infestor gets caught. These Widow Mines getting so much damage on those clumped Roaches. And with no Overseer up front, he's got it, but it's a bit too far behind. He keeps on using these Widow Mines, just keep firing over and over again. Another Fungal, but only getting 2 Cyclones. That one only getting 2 Cyclones as well. The Roaches are going to jump on top. The Aliens do stand their ground to tank for a moment. Cyclones trying to pull back. Where are those Banshees, guys? There's 4 of them out of the map right now. Looks like they're all home repairing up. I love that he's been using the repair station, going back and doing it so well. Dark needs one big glorious engage. That was a juicy Fungal. 3 Cyclones fall, but there's nothing to deal with the Banshees, and the Banshees make it a very inefficient trade in the long run off creep. A few more Cyclones getting focused. Slow Zerglings being mixed in. Fungal lands on the Banshees, but that was a desperation Fungal to stop them chasing the Infestors down. It's not for anything else. Dark's Roaches are outnumbered and outgunned. These are swarmy units. These are units you're meant to have more than your opponents. He has to burrow just to force a scan. Trying to get a 5th base up on the right side, but still at 68 workers. Dark never really got past the 3 base worker count. He's trying to mix in Link Speed to help him out against the heavy Cyclone count, realizing there is a dearth of Hellions backing them up. But he just doesn't have the tech to take advantage of that. He's stuck on Mass Roach. He's only got +2 attack, no armor upgrades. The Banshees are on the right side, and it feels like Clem in his element, pushing left, right, and center with this style, he's able to pick and choose where the fights happen. And I've always said, when Clem's picking where the fights happen, Clem looks unstoppable in this matchup. And previously, I always said that in regards to Bio, but apparently it now applies to Battle Mech as well. You give him those speedy Banshees, you give him these Hellions and Cyclones, he's so bloody good at it. Infestors do pop up, but good reactive spready by Clem. That's a lot of Infestor Fungals going down to catch just a couple of these. He's going to go for the dive! He goes for the dive. Oh, good blocking Fungal, but there's no Queens to capitalize. He tries to Fungal Bile speed Banshees. If that is not just the most dark thing I've ever seen, if he lands a Bile on a speed Banshee, even if it's Fungal, that is literally like throwing a ping pong ball and hitting a fighter jet that flies over you on a low pass by. It should not be humanly possible. It is, if he lands, I mean, it's desperation, of course. He's way behind in this game. But if he lands that, it's wild. 5 Cyclones building at a time, +2 vehicle weapons on the way. Interesting. Armor does seem like the more important upgrade, but he's skipping +3 for it now. 5th Command Center is up and mining. More Command Center is building. Careful of the Fungal. I'd like to see more multi-prong from Clem here. He's doing a pretty good job of evading the fungals, but he can't really punish it. He's got to get rid of these creep tumors at the front. I think he's just waiting for another scan. Oh god, Clem, please scan the creep tumors. Okay, finally gets rid of that creep there, which does deny Dark's vision. And oh man, the fungals are coming down. The Roach Ravage is chasing him. The Roach Ravage is chasing him. The Banshees just denied the 5th base on the right side one more time. They're going to come in and think about fighting Spores. They decide not to. Units lost tab is still in favor of Dark by 1,000 resources. He's fighting good. He's fighting hard. When you're down in economy, the all game against mech, even battle mech, you're meant to be getting absolutely wiped. Right now, Clem is meant to be picking up Dark's head, using it as the bloody, attaching it to a wooden stick and using it as a goddamn mop head. He's meant to be mopping the floor with him, literally using that glorious head of hair, but it is just not the way it is because Dark's so good at surviving. The thing is, even Dark, I don't know if he can come back from here. He's seriously fighting well, but fighting well does not change the massive bank, the numbers advantage, the production advantage that Clem has. And if he chases into these Widow Mines, he'll be in trouble. Biles landing! Oh god, I don't know about this fight, Clem. Clem, oh my god, his whole army gets fungal. But the Widow Mines! Holy Widow Mines of Doom! Explodey Boys of Giant Boom Boom! Oh my god, Clem gets the Lair and the Widow Mines, and he's got fighting words.
Get Rex, nerd.
What? What did you say?
Get Rex, nerd.
Dude, that's a bit savage. What the hell, man? You were very close to losing this series 3-0. You should be careful with those words, Clem. I do like to hear some attitude, though, so I shouldn't be too harsh. Oh, he's gonna get a hat-trick on the left side as well. Widow Mines are there, ready as well. Oh, fungal from the high ground. That's the Serral maneuver. Dark pulls off the Serral high ground fungal trap, but he doesn't have an Overseer to clean up the Widow Mines, and he's queuing these fungals. What? Oh, he doesn't know where the Widow Mines are. He's in panic. He's trying to use fungal as detection because he doesn't have a lair. He can't make an Overseer. You're kidding me. He can't make an Overseer right now. He literally cannot make mobile detection. He's having to use fungal growth as detection. Oh, man. Widow Mines on the right side as well. Dark is ahead in supply, guys. And remember, in StarCraft, Todd, the man who understands StarCraft better than anyone, would say, look at D supply. Dark is clearly winning the game. But I see a Fusion Core, I see an extra Starport, and I see a 6-base Terran against a 4-base Zerg. Most of those Zerg bases have mined out. These 3 Widow Mines that got those big boomies earlier in the game, 2 of them die, 1 of them does survive. Liberators, oh, Liberators are a bit of a conundrum. Biles trying to take him down. Fungals landing on the Banshees. Ooh, trying to spread Fungals. The Infestors, Dark's last chance to hold on in this game. But Clem, can he make the reversal complete? He was getting absolutely tooled game 1 and game 2, but his battle mech play is all-consuming. Multi-prong from the left, the right, the center. And he says, yep, you may have 3-0'd me.
Nice try.
But he says, nice try, and turns it around with just mech onslaught, 3-2, and a beautiful comeback. He was a massive underdog going to this. I'm absolutely amazed. I really thought Clem would be lucky to take a game here. I was hoping he'd be able to fight back, but also showing that his battle mech play is next level. This is awesome. GG, well played.